One thing about me, I fuck with kids. We're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh wait, maybe let me not do the opening while I'm standing.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back, part 2. And I have a permanent, what was it called?
Co-host.
Yeah, co-host.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm all she could find on short notice, guys, so bear with us.
I mean, she's on the street, she was cheap, so. But this is my friend.
Hi, I'm Grace Finnegan.
I
feel like you're doing attendance. Also, no, this is so defining. I'm like, am I going to be Grace or Gracie? Okay, so my name's Gracie. I'm excited.
We decided to do this podcast together pretty much because she's very in tune with today's pop culture.
I'm chronically online.
And I don't know shit about it, so I think it'd be funny to have that as one of our segments.
I will.
Pretty passionate.
Okay, so it'll be.
Like it.
I gotta come up with a better name right now. It's a working title. Is our like pop culture corner, and I will talk about like just something like dramatic that's going on online that only somebody like chronically online would understand.
And I'm gonna sit there and take it all in. And just, wow. It's gonna be like I'm at school again. You're my teacher.
Literally.
So today's topic, we are going to talk about like dating, and especially specifically dating in the culture that we are now. Yeah. I literally will talk to my mom about like what happened, and she I'll tell her, I don't know, like the dating apps nowadays, and she's like, what? Or I'll tell her like what guys will be doing, and she's like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, I told my mom. So when they met in college, they both lived in different parts of New York. My mom was from Long Island, and my dad lived in the Bronx. So it's a decent drive, and so there'd be times where they would go a few days without seeing each other.
A few days.
Yeah,
days. People. Yeah, not a whole week, not only seeing each other once a week.
No, literally, they would go a few days. And I told my mom this. I was like, you guys had it so much better. I was like, imagine if it was that you guys were doing that today. I was like, you would have to wait till he got home to call you. Now imagine, Mom, you get on your phone and you see he posted a story or liked something, and now you're like, he didn't respond to my text. You know what I mean? I told her, I was like, it's so much different. One of my friends last night, she went through her boyfriend's following, and I was like, I've learned nowadays that you couldn't pay me to go through a man's following, because I know there's going to be big boobs and they're going to be real blonde, and they're going to look nothing like me. Livy Dunn is the bane of my existence. No, I'm kidding. It's literally like she was printed on a 3D printer perfectly for men. She's just
Oh, okay.
But she's actually a really talented gymnast at LSU, so actually shouts out. But every man is obsessed with her. I know she's a baddie though. She actually liked one of I did a TikTok for Halloween where I dressed as Smitty Werner Weatherman Jensen from SpongeBob.
Oh my god.
Like a cunty version. Insert clip. And she liked it, and I remember being like, Beach Plus boys.
Oh my.
When you go if you went up to middle schoolers and it's who's your celebrity crush, they will always say not that I talk to middle schoolers a lot. One thing about me, I fuck with kids. One of my favorite ones is that guy, he was on the subway and he has it on the Metro card, a little mic, and he's
oh yeah, he does a lot of
which fun fact, they got rid of the Metro card in New York, so R.I.P. Metro card.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
In the arms of the angel.
Gone.
Why?
I don't know, it's all electronical. It's an attack on homeless people.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it is, it truly is.
Phone.
Exactly.
That's when this became an effect.
Maybe I want to say a couple months ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. People were posting R.I.P.
R.I.P. the Metro card.
Yeah. No, literally.
That's
the rats don't run
York
this city. We do. Bad news, rats.
I've actually never seen a rat all the times I've been in New York. Everyone's like,
me
New York
neither.
is full of rats. I was like, I've yet to see a single rat.
No,
I've seen more rats in Cincinnati than I have in San Francisco, in Chicago, in New York.
For you guys who don't know, I lived in New York till I was 10, and all my family is still there, so I'm really familiar. But my mom, growing up, even living here in Ohio, she would be she would tell me these horror stories of never leave food in your room and blah blah blah. She's like, you're gonna wake up and there's gonna be a rat on your chest, and I'd be like, Jesus. But she looked at a point though, because it's living in New York, you gotta be tidy. Same thing with roaches too, but that's any big city. Dude, fun fact, I saw this on the internet, so it must be true, that even though we're
Sources, what are your sources?
Instagram. I don't even know if it was a real news outlet, but I chose
AI, so the AI both.
It literally says AI generated image, and I was like,
That's me every time I see shit. I'm
Dude,
like, oh my god, and
like,
I'm like AI, I'm like,
girl, I'm such a
Get me
nerd.
again.
They get me all the time. I saw one where I was like, did you remember like one of the bunnies jumping in the trampoline? It was like 12 bunnies, and I was like, this is insane.
No, I'm with the dogs dancing. That's mine.
Oh, what I was saying about the roaches. So, source Instagram told me that apparently, like, roaches, like, even though we consider them gross, when they make contact with a human, they immediately start cleaning themselves. They're like, ew.
Why were you touching me? Ew, like, ew when they touch you?
Like, if, like, they come in contact with a human, like,
okay.
they will clean themselves. Like, they're like, ooh.
Dating.
Which is also,
Let's
those
get
are,
back on the track.
speaking of roaches.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no, but I think it'd be funny if we told
Like dating horror stories.
Yeah.
In the like fun dark or like dark? Because we could do either. I'm gonna do fun dark.
dark.
Actually, ooh, okay. I'm gonna tell. I have a story about Isaac, which I found out because he wouldn't tell me his first name, and in like the middle of a sentence, he like was telling a story about like being back in like in elementary school, and he was like saying what the teacher said, and she was like, yeah, and she walked in and said Isaac, and I go, oh, so that's your fucking name? Yeah, I'm wearing it out, bitch. I went like Wednesday night, well, maybe like 2 months ago or a month ago even. My best friend Sarah, I hit her up and we went out to get like a drink or something. And one of my other friends that I hadn't heard from in a while, kind of like that I see on occasion, sometimes out. So Nancy hits me up and was like, hey, like I saw you guys are out, like I'm about to go out. Me and my friends are out. You guys should come meet up with us. So we go to this bar called Motor. Have you been to Motor?
Yeah.
And I like jokingly, be careful what you wish for. She was like, we're all at Motor, come here. And I said to my friend, Sarah, and I was like, I hope I find you like a tatted, beautiful man. Be careful what you wish for. Because apparently it's supposed to be kind of like in like it's like a live music place, and it's like a little like alt. So I was kind of like, okay. And so I was like, let's go. And so we go. So we meet up with Nancy and her friends. One of Nancy's friends is dating a guy, and Bob. So Nancy's friend Becky is dating Bob. And Bob shows up like halfway through us all hanging out. And I notice he has like a 6'5" shadow following him, and it's I'm like, who's this man? Neck tat. I knew immediately. I was like, yeah. And then this is what came for ladies. And but then I look and I see him talking to Sarah at the bar, and she's like a gorgeous like alt tatted like tattoo artist, and so I'm kind of like checks like tracks, right? And I just kind of like whatever, and I just kind of like brush it off, and because that's like one thing with me, like I don't really fuck with like if I don't want to be your second choice. So it's like once or even if like she turned him down because she does have a boyfriend, it's like even though he wasn't hitting on her, but from my perspective, seeing that like shuts me down. I'm just like, like nah, I'm good on that. But turns out she did his neck tat. She knew him, and so she brings him back to the table and goes, "Hey guys, this is Isaac. He was one of my clients, and he's not only just Bob's friend, but like he was one of her clients." And we're like, "Oh my God, small world, blah blah blah." And apparently, he had said to her, he was like, "Who's the?" So I was wearing a red top. He goes, "Who's the girl in red?" Like I'm trying to talk to her, and she was like, "Oh well, she's single." Like blah blah blah. Like let me like I'll alley-oop you. And so she and so she brings them over, and they're kind of like joking, like bantering, and I noticed like he like tells her to like stop looking at him or something like that, and I like joke around like like being like a defensive friend, and I'm just like what? And like I look at him, he goes, "You could look at me all night." Like he's like, "You can look at me like that all night." And I was like, "Oh." And like even like the other girls we were with, Becky 1 and Becky 2, and Nancy.
Thing 1, thing 2.
Yeah, Becky 1, Becky 2, and Nancy were like, oh, like taken aback. Bob's friend, and I guess they haven't really ever like I thought they had all met him before. It turned out later on, which red flag, none of them had ever like met him before that night. So yeah, he's just like really like laying it on thick, like making comments, being like he's like, "I know you're gonna be trouble," like blah blah blah, like stuff like that in front of people too, and to the point where I guess Becky 1 and 2 went out with Bob to smoke, and Isaac went with them. I guess he had said to them, was, "I'm trying to know what she tastes like," and me being, I was just kind of like, "All right then." And so she like, and I was like, "Oh, I've heard enough." I've seen what I've needed to see. They apparently said to him, they're like, so I went through a breakup like in August, and it was a relationship like 4 years, and it was kind of rough. So they have known me for a while, so they told him, they're like, listen, like, don't fuck with her, like, if you're gonna be about it, like, be for real about it. And he was like, and I quote, said this to them, oh, when you meet a girl like that, like, you have no choice but to take her seriously. Like, why are you also lying to gaslighting my friends?
I hate men.
And, yeah, no, so awful. And so, long story short, we're all hanging out, having a great time. He's, like, flirting with me, and he makes and then the Beckys and Nancy and Bob all want to go to the casino. And I guess Isaac wasn't trying to go to the casino, and so they asked her, like, so, like, are you coming with us? And he was like, I'm going wherever she's going. Like, pointed at me. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I don't really, like, have any money for the casino. This man proceeds to pull out like a wad of 20s and hands it to me and goes, now you do. And I was like,
okay. You're like,
now, mind you, red flag number one, I remember he'd said to me, I was at the bar, I found out he did, we'll just call freelance sales. And so we were in the bathroom doing freelance sales. I remember before he told me he did freelance sales, he looked at me and was just like, oh, like, you're not gonna, like, I was like, what do you do for a living? Because he, like, handed me a lot of cash. He was like, oh, you're, like, it's, like, I shouldn't tell you. And I was like, I promise you, I think I already know what it is, and when you tell me, it's only gonna make me more attracted to you because I'm fucked up. And he was like, and so he told me, and so then we proceeded to do some more freelance sales. So we go to the casino. Actually, at this point, I think I owed Sarah, like, some money for a Nashville trip.
You're going to the casino.
No. And you're the casino. I owe the casino money. I'm on the run. Hard Rock, come and fucking get me. So we get to the casino, and I actually ended up, I only put in, there was a 5 and a single. And I remember putting the 5 and single in, and boom, and I had $150. I was like, what the? And I was able to pay Sarah back for it, but I joked around, and I was like, I thought I hated the casino. Turns out I only hated it when my ex was gambling our rent money. This is great. I was like, I love this. This is actually a weird thing I let men do. I let men drive my car a lot, like more than I should. And well, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mind you, this was right before that. So I let him drive my car because I'm too drunk, and he drives back. So my parents, I live at home right now. My parents are out of town. And so I was like, open house. And so I let him come back to my house. I'm like standing in front of the Ring doorbell, like go, 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 go. But I kind of have a funny relationship with my parents. And I
like, it was black for like 5 seconds.
Dude, I ended up putting up like throughout, because he ends up, we'll get into that, but he ended up staying for like 3 days. We'll get into that. But every time we'd come and go, I'd put a mop bucket over the Ring doorbell and just bang it. So they couldn't hear anything either. But I have a funny relationship with my parents. I would like take it off and look and go, wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? And I'd walk into the house. But then, like, sometimes I'd be like, just so you know, it is really just one person. I'm not having a party or something. Like, I promise I'm just fucking with you guys. Because my dad at one point texted me. I was like, you know you don't have to hide people to bring them into the house. And I was like, if they saw this guy, neck tats, like hands tatted, like a belt chain. Oh, dude, no, I'd love that shit. I was like, oh. But no, my parents would not have been happy to see this guy. So I was like, no way, no. And so he ends up coming over. And we do freelance sales all evening. I remember actually at one point, this was so funny, I had class the next day, and I had a paper due, and I hadn't even started it, and we're sat there, freelance sales out, and we're like, and he literally goes, get out your laptop, and he helps me, like, we sit there, and we, like, put together, like, I'm like, what is going on right now? He's like, no, you're gonna make it to class, like, you got this. I end up not making it to class. I drive there, I catch a glimpse of myself in my mirror, and I'm like, I look freelance sales out. Like, it looks like I've just been doing freelance sales all day. So I was like, fuck that. So, I end up coming back, and then he hits me up, and he comes back over, and then he ends up staying for like 2 days. And like, I haven't time the time of my life. Like, one of the days, like, he's like gassing me up so hard, like acting like, I was telling him about my, like, abusive ex, and he was like, I will jump this man. Like, I told him about how, like, I had that bracelet missing, and he was like, I'll confront him, and I was just like, no. And I was like, but also, like, I just like him to say that, like, defend my honor, and like, okay. And, I was eating it up. It's like the last night, he had to do some freelance sales, so he puts me in, mind you, he drives a Cadillac. Mm-hmm. We're in the Cadillac, he doesn't even, like, smoke weed like that for real. So I'm in the Cadillac, barefoot, feet on the dash, smoking his weed, and like having the time of my life. We blasted like that one Dodge Oliver album. Like,
I'm geeking that I love.
Really, at one point at my house stops me, looks at me, and goes, "I love you," and I was like,
No.
"Don't say that." I was like, "Don't say that," and he was just like, and he was like, "You know, man." He like later on something. He's like bringing me to all these bars, and nobody's checking IDs. Like he's dapping up all the bouncers. We're walking right in. He's on like bartenders, people there, and he's just like dapping them up. He's got me like he's like also again he's like 6'5", so I'm like so he's like dragging me around
He's
like
boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
and he's like dapping people up, freelance salesing. He goes to no, I missed a part before the freelance salesing that night. I had to come here.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
modeling some clothes she was gonna sell.
Yes.
I wake up
in the car.
I know. He drives me 35 minutes to like her place and sits in the car for 2 hours while we do our thing.
Literally.
Sits for 2 hours. Like I'm like, oh, this
I
man
already told me
is.
that after.
I'm
You're
like,
he was
oh,
sitting in the
I'm
car.
like,
I was
yeah.
like, he was
Oh, and we hadn't even fucked yet. We didn't fuck until literally the morning right before he left. And he goes and he proposed the whole shit. He like gives me like a hug and he's like, oh, one more hug, like blah blah blah. And then so he leaves. And then the next day I'm out with Nancy and the Beckys and Bob. I hadn't really heard from him, but I was like, we literally just were with each other for 3 fucking days. So I'm like, the man's probably sleeping.
You know, get his
literally,
life.
like yeah, getting his life together. So I get there and to the bar with the Beckys and Nancy and Bob is like, he normally doesn't hang out with girls like that. Like he was texting me the whole time, being like this girl is something else. Like I really fuck with her. Like he's like not like he's saying this to his friend and so his friend is like, call him, like tell him to come out and meet us. And so I take a picture of Bob and one of the Beckys and send it to him and go, come out. Like he said to get your ass out here. And then I proceed to black out and call him like 20 times. But he said he liked crazy. And so I'm like, I'm glad. He then unadds me on, like I wake up in the morning, he unadds me on Snapchat. Doesn't block though, so I know he'll be back. Unadded me on Snap, and then I think blocked my number. Then St. Patrick's Day comes around and I bump into Bob again.
God.
And
Wait, really?
Yes. I bump into Bob and Bob tells me, he goes,
I was with her St. Patrick's.
he goes, Bob tells me that Boy and Pig, Bob tells me he was like, I haven't heard from him since. Have you heard from him? He not only ghosted me, but he ghosted his friend, and his friend has his location. He's back with his ex. He was just like a stray dog that got out the yard.
That should go bananas, nah.
So he went back home, and now tattoo reveal, it was a giant L for not only what I took from the situation, but his ex. This little bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Little bitch.
No, but yeah, I saw that one coming. But like he let me post him and stuff. Like he was joking around, and he was like, I said something about like we can just easily turn that into a G. Like, and he was like, no, like you'll get your own. And I was like, oh. And that's like that I'm fucked up. I have a weird thing. Like my goal in life is I want a man to get my name tattooed. The closest I got was my abusive ex. We got like a matching tattoo, and it's like a match because I thought it was so clever.
A match?
It's like literally a match, like a match on fire. Cause it's like twin flame, but then also like a match because they're matching.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, so that was that. That was my recent experience with love bombing, where I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And then
Wild.
update. Guess who fucking knows him? So John, at opening day, fucking knew him, and he goes, yeah, that's my dog, blah blah blah. And I go, that was my. I was like, you know him? I was like, that was my soulmate for 3 days. And he was like, and then I tell him, and he goes,
whoa.
and he looks at me and he goes, well, you should have known he loves his girlfriend. I go, oh, well, did he love her when his tongue was in my ass for an hour? Yeah, weird way of showing it. Is that how you say hello where you're from? Because that's real intimate where I come from. But yeah, and so he was like, yeah, you should have known. And I was like, oh, nobody told me this. Well, maybe I should have known because it was literally blasted on he's branded himself by her. I'm like, oh, but so, good for her.
I'm pretty sure John stole my hat, so you know what? John sucks too.
Oh, and then guess what? John is like her ex of years.
No way.
Years.
The one that we know, John.
Yes. That's like her, like for on and off again for years, guy.
John?
Like recent, like within the last like year, they finally like officially do not talk anymore. But I know that was probably sensitive because I would also be pissed if I saw her out with my abusive ex.
So he
you know
saw
what I mean?
you. So when did she see you guys out?
Well, he posted me on his story.
He did?
Yeah, he posted all of us on his story.
Wait, what?
I look guilty.
God.
I look guilty. But then she came to me mad because this is me and him at 17.
Aw.
So Isaac, if you're hearing this, come home. The kids miss you. There's this Sabrina Carpenter skit on SNL where it goes, what does he do? He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Like, what is his name? He's 6'5". These love bombers are a new breed.
No, they are. Like, I actually
Like
absolutely
he is
hate it.
probably like eating her ass right now. So what's your dating horror story?
God, there's so many, bro.
Come back, Isaac. I'm sorry.
Come home. I'll leave the key on the doormat.
No, literally.
The one that was at my birthday party and then literally dumped me the next day. Well, first of all, I met him because we went to a book club together. Like, his friend and our friends, like, all knew each other.
That sounds like that's really wholesome.
I know, right?
You met at
I was
a
like,
book club?
meant to your kids, but like, wholesome, like, wait.
Give it a woods.
I remember seeing him at the one coffee shop downtown. It's called Coffee Emporium. And right away, I'm like, damn, this dude's like good looking. I'm like, okay. And he pulls up his sleeves. He got tattoos all over. I'm like, oh my god. And then we were talking about like, oh, like they wanted to go out and get drinks after the book club. But I was like, oh, I have work. He's like, I have work too. And I was like, that sucks
And he
for
has a
us.
job.
Yeah, and he's employed. Whoa. So I was like, great. Like that's and he just was like really goofy, bouncing off my energy. I'm like, all right, this dude's cool. But I didn't want to, I didn't really want to do anything in that moment. So I don't know, a couple weeks go by, a couple more, book clubs go by, and I'm like, okay. And then my friend's going away. So she is going away to OSU for school, so she's having like a away thingy. So it's like me, JJ, and like a couple other her friends, and we're at a bar, and like we're just like getting a little closer at this time. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And so he leaves, and I text him. Mind you, it's a little sticky of a situation though, because I find out that Ivy used to like him, and his friend likes me. So I'm like, God, and so, because I texted him, I'm like, hey, like, what you doing? Like, you're like, want to hang out sometime, like, just one-on-one? And he was like a date, and I was like, I guess. He was like, wait. He's like, you know, it's you, and I was like, what? And I was like, didn't know that, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I really didn't think that you liked me, and I was like, yeah, I have a good way of, like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. So I was like, whatever. So he's like, yeah, I'd love to, blah, blah, blah. So the next week rolls around and we go to, it was like a pasta place. I don't know, I forgot what it was called. But it was just like a really funny, it was a great time. Like he was like, oh yeah, there's like a room back there where they have like a movie theater. And then we ended up asking the waitress and she was like, there was a movie filmed here. She's like, we don't have a movie theater. And I was like, I'm just like clocking him.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I really don't think they have.
There's no fucking way they have a whole movie theater in the back of this restaurant.
It was so funny because as soon as we walked in, like it looked like a bar, and I was like, wait, this is the restaurant? And he was like, damn, this is janky as fuck. And I was like, oh, I mean, I kind of like it. Like it's kind of cute. He was like, what? And I was like, I mean, it's like cute. And then we could find out there's like actually a whole other fucking restaurant. And then so he's like telling me, he's like, yeah, I have a whole movie theater here. He's like, I used to come here like with my dad a while ago, and I was like, I'm like looking around, and I was like, I don't even see a bathroom, bro.
Yeah,
like,
where did they fit the movie theater?
literally, and then so she comes by and she's like, no, she's like, they filmed the movie in that one front bar room, and I was like, oh, the janky room, and he just starts like laughing. Oh my god, whatever.
That's so funny.
It was just like a cute little thingy.
Oh, I hate when you have chemistry with somebody.
Yeah, it was like
that's
it was
like
chemistry right off the bat.
Oh.
And then I was like, all right, about to call it a night after dinner because I don't know. And he was like, you want to go like do something else? And I was like, well, what did you have in mind? He's like, well, I've never been to Ghost Baby. And I was like, you want to go to Ghost Baby right now? I was like, sure.
For you guys who don't know, Ghost Baby's like this cool like underground, like it's like it looks like it's a speakeasy vibe, like going down.
It's like Prohibition time.
Yeah, and it's like a jazz bar. It's cool.
Yeah, and it's like bougie.
I've never been. I want to go sometime when they do the burlesque night.
You've never been? Oh my god, we
Never.
have to go, bro.
Okay.
That's why he wanted to go because he's never been. So we went.
Okay.
So
we're going right after this.
So we go in and we're like sitting at the bar, and it's really funny because we get a drink, and then he's like, oh shit, I forgot my phone in the car. So he has to go back to the car, and I'm about to pay for the drinks because he already bought, like, he had bought dinner and everything. I was like, I'll get, and we got like 2 Millers. I was like, I really don't care, I'll pay for it,
Yeah.
And then the girl was like, are you about to pay? And I was like, yeah. She's like, no. So she doesn't make me pay, and then long story short, she pretty much just like slides the check to him, and then he ends up paying. Like, he doesn't really care.
As he fucking should.
And then I ended up getting us seats inside of like the actual room.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we ended up like sitting in there. It was like so fun. He would just keep talking the whole time. It was so great. He dropped me off, and we ended up just like, calling it a night. It was so great, so fun. And then we ended up hanging out a couple more times. He literally like picks me up. We go like snowboarding, like on his skateboard with no tracks, and we just like go sledding. Like it was like fun. It was fun. And like literally that night, he was like, I just love hanging out with you. He's like, I just have so much fun. I just like love hanging out with you. I have so much fun with you. He's like, you're so funny. You're so pretty. All of this, you know, everything that a girl wants to hear. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Like literally reading off a fucking manuscript. I'm like, you little bitch.
Maybe he borrowed it from.
No, literally. I'm like, okay, like yay. And like I'm thinking this is going amazing. Oh, there's a huge backstory to this. I'm also talking to a much older man, and I was like, you know what? I just feel guilty about talking to them both. So I cut things off with the older man. And I'm thinking like things are like, this is like a serious cutoff. Like I was like, I'm really sorry to do this, but like I'm kind of seeing someone and I think it's gonna be like a little serious.
Yeah.
So he's kind of upset. Like he's like, I understand. He's like, thank you for telling me. But he was like, you know, kind of butthurt, especially because like I went right back to him after. Like I made him food. We go out to dinner. We do all of these fun things, whatever. And then my birthday rolls around. And we hang out. The next day, he called. I'm like, your seems kind of weird. So then I was like, I'll let him be. And then he comes over the day after, and right off the way, like he comes in and he's like, I just want to like, he's like, I want to talk. And I was like, I know.
Fuck.
Oh my god. And he was like, honestly, I don't want to date you.
Honestly, bring back. I know I just complained about it, but I actually kind of like ghosting. Now that I say it. Don't ever tell me you don't want to be with me. You might as well just stab me in the face.
It was pretty heartbroken. Like, he literally came here. He literally sitting there on my bed, and he's like, I just want to let you know, like, I don't want to date you. He was like, I just don't see us, like, being anything. And he's like, and I was like, well, what? I don't understand. And he's like, you're awesome. Like, I love hanging out with you. I love you hanging out with my friends. Like, we get along. You're pretty. You're smart. You're all. I'm like, I'm just.
So where's the problem?
Literally, I'm like, I'm just so confused.
So the problem is you're stupid?
No, but and he's just like crying. He's like,
he's crying.
He literally started crying.
Oh, fucking.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, you were the one that.
I'll pull a mom. I'll give you something to cry about.
No, it was kind of late at night, and I was like, so, like, you want to go home? And he was like, well, I kind of want to spend another night with you, like one last time. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't understand. So anyway, so we do that, and then he leaves. I just like don't understand. He's like, I just don't know. Like, you're just like not the one for me. I'm like, oh my god, shot through the heart. You know what really got me is his friend, who like I'm friends with. During the time we were talking, he was literally like, dude, I've never heard JJ talk about like another girl like this. He was like, it's been like a year since he's even started talk to a girl like he's talking to you. I'm like, bro, what?
About to like morph into a gremlin.
No, I'm like,
so mad.
So as I'm hearing all this, I'm like, damn, like, okay, like, this is, like, good. Like, it's going great. Like, I just don't know. Like, you're just, like, not the one for me. And, like, clearly, like, I was, like, I don't know what I was missing. And, like, it was just wild.
My heart's racing.
No, because they would always go skating together, like, all the time. And he'd be like, yeah, every time he's texting you, he's always smiling. He's always, like, being so happy he got to hang out with you. I'm like, I'm just, I'm
livid.
like, I just don't understand.
No, what? Okay, men, from her story and my story, stop also gaslighting your friends.
No, literally.
Like, why are you lying to other people? At least just bring it back the old days. At least just lie to me.
Just lie to me. Yeah, just like lie to me. Don't lie to everyone else in your life, please. I don't know, like a couple weeks go by, I come back from vacation and I was like, you know, feeling a little like I missed him. So I was like, yo, I'm just hot and bothered. Like, let me just get some. And he was like, are you good? Like, he was like, are you drunk? And I was like, no, I'm literally just hot and bothered. And he was like, all right. He's like, I mean, I do love, you know, having fun with you. And I was like, so let's just do that.
Like, get over it.
So I go to his place, mind you, I text him, I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna head over. I was like, can you unlock the door for me? And he's like, the front one? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm gonna come down and get you anyway. So he literally comes out all the way out to fucking get me from my car. And then he has like water sitting by his bedside for me. He literally, as I'm like, I hate you. And then he's just cuddling me. Like, he doesn't even get into like, doesn't even go right into it. He's just literally just cuddling me, asking about like all my trip and everything, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's a big cuddler. So he's just like, and he's very like, he bites. Which I thought was weird, and I looked it up, and it actually means like when a guy bites you or a girl bites you, it means like they have so much affection they don't know what to do, and they're like, ah. And so like he literally would bite me all the fucking time.
I had you know why I know that's true? When I was a preschool teacher, there was this little kid named Dean, and he got I miss my little Dino. I know you're out there doing great things, but he I walked in, he just got so excited to see me. He ran up. hugged my leg, and all of a sudden, ow! And I looked, and he was biting my leg. He just got so excited, and went, ah!
Yes.
And I was like, bro,
Yes.
what?
Like, he was such a biter. Like, he bit me all, like, he would do that all the time. And then he'd always be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's fine. But I'm like, bro. But he would do that. And then I was like, the next day or whatever. And he literally, like, we stayed in bed until literally like 3 o'clock the next day. Fucking literally all day long. I'm like, I'm not understanding this. Mind you, dude, this gets so
Was this
bad.
the night that I slept here?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember I didn't hear from me till 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And then not only did we get walked in on once, but twice by his nephews. I'm like, holy shit. Like, first of all, dude,
Where does he
fucking
live?
door. He lives at home.
Okay. With his nephews?
His family's life is very, like,
Chaotic.
yeah.
It's like one of those where it's like just a bunch of people from the family live. It's like a family
Yeah.
home. It's like,
And they're not, like, really close to the family.
yeah.
It's kind of just like a stay, bed, and breakfast.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, yeah, it's kind of, it's crazy. But, so I was just like, oh my god, like, this is so fucking awkward. And then, not only that, his ex FaceTimes him. And I'm like, we both look at the phone, and I'm like, and he's just like, I don't care. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't really know what to do. And then I told my friend Ivy about that, and she's like, I would have stopped. She's like, girl, I don't know how you kept going. And I was like, gotta finish the marathon, girl.
Stop finishing marathon. Well, you don't quit on mile 12.
No, literally. First of all, if you don't like someone, first of all, why do you want to spend all day with them doing that? Second
Yeah.
of all, why? And then he literally walked me out to my car, like, all the way, and he started, like, kissing me goodbye and, like, hugs me and all this. I'm like, if I was just like the girl that you're sleeping with, you'd be like, all right, have a good night and leave. Like, leave early in the morning, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
my god. And then, you know, come find out, literally, like, last week, I look at his Instagram story, and now he's dating someone.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so I'm like,
If this wasn't your house, I'd start rampaging.
no, I'm like, what the
Oh my god, that's almost like when
Yeah.
Our mutual said that he doesn't date.
Yeah.
And like he's had like 3 girlfriends since I've known him. Oh, so I'm just gonna go out back and shoot myself. No, but, but that's one thing now about him is at least he is very straightforward. Like, so after we fuck, can you leave? I was like, I looked at him and I was like, all right, well if you're that, because I was like, really, I was like, it was 1 a.m. I was like, you kick me out at then being 3 a.m. This is another guy, by the way, and he was kind of like, I'm tired, and I looked at him, I was like, well if you're that tired, I'll let you get some sleep now, and I put my shoes on, and then I was like, and then he goes to, but he walks to the door so he can lock it behind me, and I go, really? I mean, you're just gonna let? I was like, really? And he, oh my god, no, it was a humiliation ritual.
Bro,
I was like, really? And he's like, you got your shoes on yet? But at least he's honest. You know what I mean? I don't have to think, does he like me? No, bitch.
No, he literally just told you. He's just using you. Like,
No, I literally just told you. So, you know, as soon as you guys left, me and Sarah looked at each other, and I was like, no one kicked me out practically. I was like, should I call him? She was like, yeah. So I called twice.
Did he answer?
No.
What I was about to tell you, literally like 2 or 3 years ago, I was talking to this guy, literally same birthday. Like, I don't know about me, like, talking to a guy on my birthday, but they always will end things right after my birthday, like the day after.
Ugh.
And, like, I don't know why. I think it's just because I get like way too drunk and they're like, whoa. And then they go,
Oh, sorry, I had fun.
sorry, I like to have fun and fucking drink a bottle of JMO. Just kidding.
Oh wait, that's actually a fun fact. That's how we met. We were coworkers
Yeah.
at like a shitty little like marina restaurant that literally served like hospital food.
No, literally. Well,
Isaac, come home. I expected him to lay it down better.
really?
Yeah. So one of my friends, Ashley, she told me like 'cause she's like hooked up with a few people in her time, and she told me she's encountered 2 micro penises.
I have, dude. Do you want to hear a fucking funny ass
I've
story?
never seen a micro in the wild.
I
Like
have.
a micro where it's like
No, bro. It was like. Okay, so when I lived in San Francisco, we met this dude, and he was like the charter guy, like on a boat, and he would take boat rides, and we became friends with him, so we would always get to go on these boats for like the sunset. One night, we all went out to the bar after, and my friend ended up taking my phone home, and they all left me. So I literally like left phoneless in this bar in San Francisco, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I ended up going back home with this guy because I don't know why. And I was like, yo, you want to help me like get a ride home, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, I'm in his apartment. And he's like, yeah, I'll help you get a ride back. It's like a huge studio apartment. So I'm like, just looking at his stuff. And then I turn around and he's laying on his bed naked with this little speck.
An outie belly button.
Literally. Like, I'm like, what is, like...
What do I even do?
No,
with
literally,
that?
I was like, I literally looked at him and I was like, that's not gonna happen. I was like, you need to order my Uber. So he ordered my Uber and I left and I went home and I never spoke to him ever again.
He's actually such an idiot for that. If I had a micro the way, I would just start eating it
Yeah.
as soon as he got into my apartment.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you
Like he shouldn't
expect me to...
why would you just that is some big dick behavior. Why would you just get you have way too much confidence for the size of your peen.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I was like, is it grown yet? Grown? Like, wow, okay. Still not there. Like,
But like if I think that would be like God just chose me, I'd be like, even if I don't in my brain think I'm transgender, like my body has decided for me. Like at that point I'm just getting a vagina. Yeah, honestly no, I would make it my life's mission to save up enough money because they do create decent sized dicks for them.
oh.
So it's like I would just be like, all right, this
Oh, but yo, lengthen me out compared to my one friend who broke up with their ex because his dick was too big, which is...
I've actually
wild.
been there. I had a glimpse of it.
Bruh.
It scared me.
I dated someone and they everyone at his frat called him horse leg or horse cock or third leg.
Boys are so gay.
No, it was so like it was bad. Like I looked
Yeah.
like a newborn virgin every single time. I'm like,
oh my god. I can throw it back pretty good, so I like to kind of catch people off guard, but when it's too big, I can't do my usual tricks and I feel like
I can't do my usual trick.
I'm like, this is too big. I like a good, 6, 7.
Bruh.
But there actually.
I'd say 7, 8.
I mean, it is 8, I'm not complaining. Any man that doesn't eat pussy, you are gay.
How about the iron eaters?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, I had someone do that and that was like his favorite. That was like his he's freak for it. And
But have you ever thought of maybe just punching yourself in the mouth if you like blood like that? Like just go floss.
Dude, we were
this
in
guy like
Fort
gets
Lauderdale.
hard when he's flossing. Gets the blood as well.
he didn't even look at it, like wash his face
Dude,
or anything,
one of my
and went
first-
right down to the hotel lobby in front of everybody with blood all over his face.
I think you hung out with a vampire.
No, it's like really like it was so bad. She's like, no, dude, he came down there with blood all over his face. Do you know a hotel? I was like, yeah, like, and he's like, he look at himself or do nothing after. I was like. Like he just got up and left. He's like, because all of his friends were waiting for him to go out to the bars. And he's like, I gotta do something real quick. He comes back.
I would check his search engine. He probably has like a weird cannibal fetish. One of my first boyfriends I got like fresh out of high school, but I'd known him in high school and we'd hooked up a few times. And he was such a little bitch when it came to that stuff. I remember one time, like when you're like on, like you're fucking and you're like, damn, I'm wet as hell down there, and then you're like, oh, I'm bleeding. Yeah, it was like one of those, I thought I was like super, I was super wet, so I said, oh, 1 second, I might have got my period. I'm on top of him, mind you. Threw me off of him. He went, oh, threw me off. Mind you, I wasn't even on my period. I'm like on the floor. I was like, this has been another episode of Growing Pains. Isaac, come home.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions for us or anything that you want to see from us, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Turn on the notification bell.
Forgot about that.
And follow us on Instagram for more updates.
Yeah, stay up to date with what we got going on because we got a lot cooking and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we in the stew.
Yeah, we in the stew.
We in the stew. Call me a fucking...
We're actually in the stew getting baked alive.
I'm actually sauteing myself as we speak. This has been an episode of Growing Pains. Fuck off. We'll work on it. We'll get better.